The shit backfires on them. It's like, oh man. They start crying. They want to ask for your forgiveness. Well, you wasn't showing me no attention. All right. Moving on, verse 11 says, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house, man.
Yeah, and these are characteristics of a wicked ass woman. It says she is loud and stubborn because a woman that fears the Most High, like the scripture said. This is one of my favorite scriptures in Proverbs. I be telling my women this shit all the time. Where it says she openeth her mouth with wisdom. The law, I think it says the law of kindness is in her mouth. So a woman, a virtuous woman, a woman that fears the Most High, she's gonna watch what she says, and she's gonna only say things that aren't gonna, be like a transgression. Things that are gonna basically help a man. She's not gonna say things to nag him, get on his nerves. Try to usurp his authority, all those types of things. So it says she is loud and stubborn. And stubborn is basically like when you don't wanna adhere to what your orders and stuff, basically. So you know what I mean? You do, a woman would do her womanly duties, she without complaining. You know what I mean? Just like how we read it when we was in Lancaster, we read about the Gadite women, how they wouldn't have to, they basically would do all those duties that were assigned to them without complaining or whatever. I forget exactly how it phrased it, but they did it without complaining.
It's like second nature, first-hand nature.
Yeah.
They just went and did it. Why? Because they know that they were supposed to do that. But you got our women nowadays, the loudest one, the more a nigga like them, man. They be loud as hell out of order, man. Like you have women now, you go on a train, they loud as hell, man.
Yeah, sure.
Who the hell wants a loudmouth woman, man? And if you do, it's something wrong with you. Because a lot of dudes like to be controlled, man. On the low. Loud, matter of fact, it says she is loud and stubborn, man. Because now these women nowadays talking about you gonna do what I want. Where the hell that shit in the Bible, man?
Yeah, Genesis 3:16 it says, and her desire shall be to her husband. So her desire is what she wants. So if your husband wants you to stay at home and be a housewife or do your womanly duties, or be spiritual, whatever, that's what you're supposed to do. Not, oh, fuck this shit, I want to go to college, I want to be a career, I don't want to have kids, I want to do what I want to do, I want to work my life.
It's all about me. Like Esau put that in their mind, man. Esau put that in their mind, man. And they talk about, I don't need no nigga for nothing. I got a toy. That's a stubborn ass woman, man. And guess who like them type of women? Esau, because they try to, oh baby, they want to give them their way, man. It says, verse 12 says, now is she without, now in the, Shalaki, I'm going to read this again. It says, verse 11 says, she is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house, now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying, the woman's not supposed to be out, she's supposed to be at home, doing what her duties and stuff are. She's not supposed to be out all times of night. You know what I mean? Even like this shit, because when I see women, you see women with the yoga pants out jogging and all this shit. Like, damn, why don't you just get a fucking treadmill and be in the privacy of your own home, like exercising? Why you gotta do all that shit just so somebody can fucking see you?
It says,
I hate that.
Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner.
Yeah,
that's why they do it.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you look, you'll see these women out in the streets, dressed like whores, not wearing modest apparel. It's a curse.
Like she lied from wait at every corner. So if you can look at this corner, that corner, that corner, that corner, you see these women out here and they say that they're not trying to catch a dude. So if you wasn't trying to entice a dude, but now these women try to entice females too, why is you dressed like this? And then you even got women, that already have husbands, and they still dress like whores. Trying to be like, oh, I just want to see if I still got it. The wife should be in the goddamn house taking care of your children. But you got these bar hopping whores, alright? And that's what they like to do, man. They lie in wait at every corner for a man. And they go to these different places, oh, I'ma get me a man. And you in the goddamn bar. Talking about you then you try to trap dudes and all that, man. You women are wicked as hell, man. It says, verse 13, so she caught him and kissed him, and with the impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me this day, have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works and fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not. It says, for the good man is not at home. He is gone on a long journey. All right.
Yeah. So that's a woman that has a man basically, trying to commit adultery with somebody that's not her husband.
That's right.
And so look at how cunning she is, and how she'll go all out and shit like that. She'll put what did it say?
Deck the bed, man.
Tapestry with carved works with linen and Egypt.
It says I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Man.
Yeah, got it smelling good. Got the soft comforters and sheets and all that stuff.
Like they do in the movies, man. You know? And these niggas, and that's why you're not really supposed to tell your woman nothing, man. Cause of this right here, man. Cause look, shit be like, yo, where you going? Oh, baby, I'm going to be on a long journey. Oh, say you traveling or whatever. Oh, I get off work at so and so. You leave at 7 in the morning, say you get off at 3, maybe 4, 4:35 the latest. She sits home all day. She'll have another nigga over there. Say you leave out at 7 o'clock. She'll have a nigga over there by 8 o'clock. Just to make sure that you really left. Like, oh, someone let me wait because he gotta be gone. And they'll figure out your routine. They'll plot on you. Because these women is messed up like that, man. Then they got the nerve to live in your house underneath your roof, all right, and then want to bring another man into the house and sleep with him in your bed. That's an act that calls for death, man. That's an act. You come home to your house that you pay for, and your woman in there sleeping with another man in your bed, man. What you gonna do? That's right. See, that's the spirit right there. My man, right. But you got that, and yo, that's the spirit. He said, "Sheep." Sheep.
Yo, did you ever see that movie Jarhead? Yeah, it was this movie Jarhead where the dude was in the army. I think the Marines, right? And you had I guess they had their little time where they go to the little room where they can wreck them or whatever. So he's like, oh yeah, my wife sent this movie Deer Hunter or whatever. So he pops in the VHS video, and then it's a fucking video of his wife, this dude next door neighbor hitting it like doggy style on their couch and shit. And, that shit I ain't even motherfucking watching.
You see that, and that's the things that they promote on television. And what our women, our women love Marilyn Monroe, man. They got shirts of Marilyn Monroe everywhere. And our black women, so-called black women, walk around with Marilyn Monroe t-shirts on, like that's your idol, man. And guess what? Marilyn Monroe was a whore. Fat ass faggots, man.
So Colossians chapter 3, verse 25. It says, "But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done, and there is no respect of person." You know, so when you do something wicked, basically the Most High is gonna basically punish you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman, an elderly person. You know, you're gonna get paid back for the wrong that you committed.
That's right. Like I saw this Edomite today, man, and now I made a joke about it, but I was dead serious. But you know, you got to joke at work. So I was talking to this woman around, I'm like, damn. I just saw this dude, man. I said, it looked like somebody just punched him in his face, and his face just got stuck like this. Like somebody just hit him that hard, and his face got stuck. And then he had like a mark on his nose, like where the person hit him at. And she's like, oh, I know what you're talking about. I saw that dude, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lord. The Lord could have punished that dude from his past life or whatever he did, man. You know? It don't matter how much you know. The Lord is not a respecter of person. The Lord is not a respecter of person. But you got niggas on earth that respect people, man. But you know, you do have order. So don't get that mixed up and messed up. You do have order, and you have men that's over you. That you're supposed to, you know, that you're supposed to honor and all that. But if somebody's abusing their authority, I'm not respecting you, my man. All right?
Yeah, and then the other thing is, you know, like even the examples we have of Yahweh Shai, you know, he was humble. You know, he washed his the disciples' feet and all that. So you never, you know, people had this mentality like they're just over somebody.
Well, I can tell y'all something. I was willing to hear what I just said.
You know, so you always gotta maintain you always have to maintain the mentality of being humble.
Yeah, man, because I want to bring up this point. Because we actually in that time now, man, where you had down there, what's that, Charlottesville, the race wars and all that. And as a matter of fact, there's dudes down there catching their judgment too now. The Lord's not respecting them dudes, man. He's not respecting you because you're a senator or you're a so-called guy what you say, like a dude in the community that's a community leader. You know, are you claim to be a man of authority? The Lord, man, listen, man, the Lord's not dealing with none of that, man. All right, he will get judged just as well as the next man. Okay, but right now you see out here, man, in Temple University. You got all these people walking around holding, I ain't gonna say holding hands, but you can equate it to that, you know, hand in hand, because, you know, you got so-called black people, white people and all that. But down there, down south, they're not doing that right now, man. They're not in that spirit. So, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and 13. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that a great tumult from the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the neighbor of Salakia, up against the hand of his neighbor." So that's telling you right there, man. It's going to be race wars, man. But neighbor, basically, the word neighbor is your brother. But right now, I use an American. That's the person that's around you, man. And people going to start rising up against each other, man. When these things start coming to America, which is already basically here. Now wait till Hurricane Irma hit here, and let this whole place get tore up like down there in the Bahamas, and see how people all stick together then. When you got it, just like I told you earlier about them selling cases of water for $90, man. cases of water for $90. You think those people was trying to stick together down there? They about to start looting each other places, man. Which we've been talking about for years. Now you see it here, man. Now you see those things coming here. It ain't hit Philadelphia yet, but these people walking around like it ain't no freaking hurricane coming here, man. They walking around like it ain't a hurricane that can jack this whole place up coming. They walking around joking and thinking that we out here playing. But you already had an incident in Philadelphia. Matter of fact, you had with that whole Frank Rizzo sign. You had the so-called one race bucking up against another race. But you had so-called black people wanting to fight so-called white people. Man. So this Bible don't lie, man. These things are happening right now, man. So we living in some beautiful times. It says, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. So we taking all our stuff back. Everything that the heathen has, we taking. Like this is not the time to be out here playing games, man. Want to be having petty bickerings. If you get rebuked, you're supposed to take it, man. If you wrong, you wrong. Take it like a man. All the things going on in the world, man. That's how you know it's the last days, man. We at the end of this thing, man.
Yeah, then, the other thing is, the scriptures say that we're going to be saved by our faith and our works, not, with YouTube account title, to be going there and stuff. And I mean, certain people that come against us or whatever, what can you say about our faith and our works, This is Colossians chapter 1 verse 23. It says, if you continue in the faith grounded, which means to make stable, establish. It says grounded and settled. Settled means firm, settled, immovable. And be not moved away from the hope of the gospel which ye have heard, and that which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, whereof I Paul am made a minister. Now, who now rejoice in my sufferings for you, and fill up that which is beheld of the afflictions of Hamashiach in my flesh for his body's sake, which is the church. Wherefore I am made a minister according to the dispensation of the Most High, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of the Most High, even a mystery which had been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest in his saints. So basically, that's an example of Paul talking about how basically the Most High, he had to suffer for the elect's sake, and he basically, the Most High put the Spirit on him to receive the breakdowns and the understanding of the scriptures, to basically give them to his the saints. And the saints are who? The elect of the nation of Israel.
Yeah, man. And Paul was going against Yahweh Shai first, man. All right. So who would have thought that Paul would have been out here Who'd have thought the Apostle Paul had the deepest sayings of the Bible, man? Had the deepest breakdowns and understanding of the Bible. But he was bucking up against it heavy. Alright? He wasn't a man of rank and all that. Yahweh Shah gave him his ranking, man. Not a man. Alright? And he ended up being the deepest apostle, man. So as long as you continue to labor and do the work, that's all that matters, man. And put the small things aside. Alright? You say what you gotta say, get it off your chest, and then you move forward, man. You don't dwell on past things, man. Because guess what? You'll remain right there in the past. It was given to the Apostle Paul. The Apostle Paul has more books in the New Testament than all the other disciples and prophets.
It says, verse 25, whereof I am made a minister according to the dispensation of the Most High, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of the Most High.
That's right, which is given to us. That's cool. But it's given us, man, to fulfill the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. And what's that? Coming out here prophesying the downfall of America, prophesying that you other nations are going into slavery, all you other heathen nations, prophesying that we're going to rule with Yahweh Shah forever. All right, letting you know that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast. You know, not teaching different doctrines, keeping the same sound doctrine that we learned from when we came in, man. Not going off, man. But you're gonna have people that have a problem. Look at, they had a problem with Yahweh Shah, man. They call Yahweh Shah a damn devil, man. They call him all types of things, man. Then he keep going out there doing what he had to do. Why? Because prophecy had to be fulfilled. The same way we go and pride ourselves like Yahweh Shah, man, and do the same thing, man. Even if it comes down to us being put to death. Do we want to be put to death? No, we don't. But if it comes down to it, yeah, we have to do that, man. But you got dudes that the thought don't even cross their mind about being put to death. Like I said, I'd rather die doing the truth than to be out there dying doing something else. And I stand by those words. Do I want to die doing the truth? Do I want to live? I want to see this place, the downfall of this place. You know?
It says, to whom the Most High would make known what is the riches of the glory of his mystery among the Gentiles, which is Mashiach in you, the hope of glory.
That's right, the hope of glory, man. The hope that we'll make it up out of here, man. Alright? Like we always say, we hope that we make it out of here. We hope that we don't have to make it to the kingdom by seeing death, man. But if that's how it has to happen, so be it, man. You know? Because we understand these things. But our people don't understand these things. Once you start understanding death and how things work, that takes a whole lot off you, man. You like, damn, my spirit lives forever? I'm going to just get another house, basically. That's the mindset you got to put yourself in. The mindset our people is supposed to be putting themselves in right now is how to suffer, how to endure, man. Because that's the things that's coming. You're going to have to endure. You're going to have to suffer. You're not going to have your everything to your liking. All right, and that's evident that the things that's going down there on in the Bahamas and all that, man. Puerto Rico. You know, the things going on down in Houston. You think those people have everything to their liking right now? No, they don't, man. They suffer. Jake suffering. Esau suffering, but we don't give a damn about Esau.
You guys got any pamphlets?
Why would you want that?
I don't know. All I know is these people are all blind. Every one of them.
You said the right thing right there. That nigga was high as hell. Man. Sounds like I smell the weed coming off. He got so much weed over him, I almost got high, man. All I know, and the spirit made him come over here and say that, man. He wasn't going strong. He's like, you gotta cancel. I wanted to curse him out at first, but I'm like, no, I'm a chill, man. I'm working on my patience, man. No, but he said, I don't know. All I know is these people are blind. And he dared throw the Baphomet out and he did that shit, pointing at himself. So he let us know you a devil, man. But you know that they blind, man. So, I don't know.
It says, whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom.
Damn. Nah, it's like, that's how I know that was a spirit, man. That's how he came up here, and we out here warning every man. He just said, I don't know, but all I know is these people are blind. Read that one more time, Brother Rashawn.
Colossians 1:28. It says, whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in the Mashiach Yahushua.
That's right. So do we turn people down when they come up here to teach them? No, because it says teaching every man. So you can't just look at a man and be like, yo, that's a goddamn Moabite. That's a so-called Chinese man. You don't know that.
Yeah, try the spirit by the spirit.
That's right. You're supposed to try the spirit by the spirit. Niggas just, yo, there's some fucking goops. Or they just some fucking crackers. Or this, that, and all that, man. Without even talking to them people, man. And if you try their spirit and you see that that's who they are, you still teach them. What do you teach them? You teach them their destruction and that they're going into slavery. That's still good news. Who's it good news to? It's good news to us. You're still teaching the gospel. You're not going off. You're still teaching the gospel. But the good news is coming to our people from us, man. You know? Teaching our people the gospel, man. And you know the word gospel means good news. So that's what we out here doing right now. Spreading the good news. And guess what good news is? This right here. The destruction of America. I feel like we're in a Chinese fucking anime. Bitches be sounding too.
So Colossians 2:6. As ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahushua the Lord, so walk ye in him.
That's right. So the way that you receive, that's the way you're supposed to walk in him. So you know, if you read the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and you see how Yahushua conducted himself and carried himself, that's the way that you're supposed to carry yourself and act accordingly, man. Alright? You're supposed to act accordingly. But you have dudes that see other men teach or whatever, and they'll take that, and that man might be mad at that time, and they'll take that and use that to be their whole doctrine, man. Oh, fuck you, bitch, and fuck you, nigga, and fuck this, and fuck that, and doing all that. When you don't know what you chasing away, man. You don't know who you chasing away. But I say this too, you're still drawing some people in because you got to talk that way to certain people. That's why he taught his spirits. Everybody's not the same, man. So certain people you're going to have to be more harsh with. Other people you might just have to have a normal conversation. You know? Because there's a lot of different spirits out here. But at the end of the day, even Yahushua lost his temper, man. And what he do? He whipped their asses in that temple. So even Yahushua had a breaking point, man. As far as getting mad. Not as far as his integrity, man. Because with Yahushua's integrity, it wasn't no breaking that, man. With his faith, it wasn't no breaking that. So it should be no breaking yours. If you claim to be a man of the Lord. All right? You know that these things are coming. How are you supposed to be prepared? Warning the people, man.
It says, verse 7, Colossians 2 and 7, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith,
That's right.
as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Rooted. Read that one more time up.
It says, rooted and built up in him.
That's right. Rooted and built up in him. So if you wasn't rooted in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you would go off and start calling them different names, man. You would go off and start teaching different doctrines. You would go off and start treating your brother wrongfully and not being brotherly to your brother, man. That's not being rooted. Read that. Let's say grounded in him. Rooted and grounded in him. So that's like a tree, and it has its roots at the bottom, and it's grounded in the soil, grounded up, so it can't be moved, man. If a tree is planted correctly, I don't care if a tornado or whatever, or real forceful winds come and all that. That tree's going to rock to and fro with the wind. All right, so that means it's going to let it roll off of it. Let it roll off your shoulders, man. People are going to talk shit regardless, man. All right. Our job is just to come out here and do the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua at all costs, man. Didn't they say Yahushua was a devil, a wicked man, a demon? So that's how you know when people start calling you that, you know you're doing the work right, man. You know you're doing the work right. And that should give you extra ammunition that we will push even harder, man. If you can hold yourself blameless, man. And that's what we hold ourselves blameless.
Rooted and built up in him.
Built up, slide. That's what I meant to say.
And established in the faith.
And established in the faith, man. Established in the faith. So that means you have faith, man. That means your faith not wavering. Like, oh, is the RFID microchip the mark of the beast? Oh, damn, Lamont, I don't know. I don't think so, man. We're not in Great Millstone no more. I don't know if the RFID microchip's the mark of the beast. You know? We know that it's the mark of the beast, man.
It says, as ye have been taught.
As we have been taught. So everything that we learned, guess what? We out here teaching it. Without changing anything, man. That's just like coming out here trying to change the words in the Bible. We're not adding on. But the scriptures tell you don't do that. You're not supposed to add on to the doctrine. We ain't out here adding on talking about, yo, you know what? America's not going to be destroyed. Y'all might as well go buy a house, get some land, and start planting a farm. Because we about to build Israel up right here. You know? And that's what people, that's what people want us to come out here and say. But we teaching the same doctrine that's been taught to us, man. And we're gonna act accordingly, keep our integrity, and keep on pushing, man. There ain't no need to lose your integrity, man. Alright? Because we know that this place is about to be done, man. And basically this place is already done. Alright?
It says, verse 8, Colossians 2 and 8, it says, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
That's right, any man spoil you. Any man try to pull you out through philosophy and vain deceit. Because you got a lot of dudes that'll come up here and try to talk their philosophy. Like when we went out Lancaster. You got the dude coming up here talking all this nonsense, man. Oh, his name not Yahweh. Yo, that shit still irks me to this day, man. You gonna say that the Lord's name is not Yahweh, and then come up with all these shittish names, man. That's a dude right there that spoiled you, man. And furthermore, he's not rooted, man. And he's void of understanding. That's why he's coming out here with all these different philosophies, man. Matter of fact, get that word philosophy, brother, son. Cause you have a lot like you had the whole with the guy Polite with that Egyptology bullcrap. You got these 5%er dudes. You know, you got a whole bunch of dudes with all these different philosophies, but it's philosophies and it's not the truth. It's a difference between a philosophy and the truth, man. Which the brothers getting the word philosophy for you. Everybody want to get caught up in philosophy instead of the truth, man. And the Bible don't talk about philosophies. It talks about the truth. All these different religions, that's philosophy, man. That's man-made garbage.
Either of zeal for or skill in any art or science, any branch of knowledge used once in the New Testament, theology, or rather theosophy, a certain Jewish Christian theology. Right, it says love of wisdom, used either of zeal for or skill in any art of science, any branch of knowledge used once in the New Testament.
They're good at word. Then they brought out the word science again. You know?
Used once in the New Testament of the theology, or rather theosophy, of certain Jewish Christian ascetics.
Theology. So it's a theory, man. The philosophy is a theory. So that's a man-made thing. That's not truth. That's what somebody thought.